Talk with LT episode 56. This episode is brought to you by statgwop.com. Statgwop.com/shop. Shop for your newest SGE apparel. Okay, so let's get it. Let's just jump right into it. RIP Juice Wrld. Juice Wrld was reported dead at age 21. Died after suffering a seizure at Chicago's Midway Airport. Very unfortunate, very young, talented rapper, talented artist. Age 21, that's fucked up. And what it did, really and truly, is spark one of these Twitter conversations about drug usage in hip hop and overworking in hip hop and influence of drugs at a young age in hip hop. Same type of shit that was sparked after Mac Miller died and other artists died. Those same type of discussions start sparking. So when I look at Juice Wrld had an interview with like Adam 22 about a year ago, or like when around the time Mac Miller died, talking about the same shit, talking about when he was like 11, 12 years old, he had influences like Future and other artists basically on that whole lean wave and like, you know, perks and all that shit. And it kind of influenced him, and he wanted to like basically sip lean and shit when he was like 12, 13. And he talked about getting into drugs very young and, you know, having that shit persist into his teens, into his, you know, early 20s, and died at 21. He was trying to like basically clean up just before this, like months prior. He was trying to get his drug situation cleaned up. He smoked weed, drank lean, took perks. Weed was the least of his concern. Weed was like an after thing. He started sipping lean and shit before that. So that's fucked up. I don't know, man. He's never really wrote anything as an artist. He just freestyled most of his shit, which is a talent of itself. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's fucked up that these artists are dying so young off of this drug shit. They were also talking about maybe the label was overworking him, but he in previous interviews took accountability for his own work ethic and him just striving hard and him always wanting to be in the studio, always being in love with making music, and music made him high, and, you know, other things he said about music. It's like he was dedicated to the craft, and he really loved being in the studio. He loved being in the studio more than performing. So the overworking angle of the studio, he took accountability for the overworking. He really was dedicated to this shit. And that's how you have to be to really make it and to stay on. You have to be dedicated to the shit. Because if you're not, there's someone else outworking you, and then you can end up, you know, being an afterthought. So the game of it, basically the hip hop game kind of forces you to have that type of activity. Unless you have, even if you have overwhelming skill, you still have to be somewhat visible or have some sort of quantity to your quality. So the overworking angle, I don't know, man. He spoke about having sleep paralysis on airplanes before in the past. So it's not a new thing for him to have any type of sleeping issues or type of issues on an airplane. But for him to have a seizure and ultimately die, rest in peace, is fucked up. At 21, that's very fucked up. Super young. So it's like if drug usage is killing niggas at 21, we don't know. We haven't got the autopsy hasn't come out yet because it's a very early reporting on it, but it's fucked up. Or the autopsy toxicology, it will show all of that shit. But 21 years old, seizure and death. That's fucked up, man. R.I.P. My condolences to his families and loved ones. Another death in hip hop. Shit is fucked up. It's been an ugly year. Very ugly year. Alright, so I'm not gonna stick on that forever. Let's move on to other news. It's not a good day for news. Everything is all fucked up, negative news. This is what I was talking about last episode. Everything is just, oh well, okay, let's just go to the reporting. Brother Nature. I'm not too well versed in knowing who Brother Nature is. I've seen his shit online, him and his the animals and shit, and you know his positivity towards the community and the animals, and he's a vegan, he's a happy-go-lucky type feller, and he's not, trying to fuck with anybody, to my knowledge. He seems like a peaceful guy. And so there's this video that pops up of him getting fucked up in a sandwich shop or something. But before I do that, let me play this video that Fat Dab. So basically, let me explain this shit. Fat Dab, the reason why this shit coming out is because Fat Dab is snitching on himself. Fat Dab, or I don't know, that's one of his aliases on Twitter or whatever. This nigga is not even a nigga. I don't know if he's Latino or whatever. It doesn't matter. He is basically coming out and snitching on himself and dropping all these videos and saying he deserved it and, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. So let me just play these fucking videos. Let me get into this shit. This is the first video of him saying why the altercation even began in the first place, because he was being belligerent in a restaurant or some bullshit. But the video doesn't really show that, but let's just view the video.
I can take your order, but we don't serve at the table.
Chico, don't nobody know you, bro.
So to my understanding and what is being explained online is that he wanted to be seated in an area away from them in the back, and then the people at the store were telling him that they don't use those tables and they're not serving those tables. They're not waiting to those tables, so you have to find another table. That's what the incident really began with. But and then, these guys were getting, lippy themselves and jumping in and saying, Chico, ain't nobody know you, Holmes, and all that shit. So, next video, this is the actual fight. Let's play this shit. He's clearly not defending himself or doing anything. He clearly doesn't want any problems. This seemed like a one-sided incident, even as he sits there and he's throwing shit in his face. Seems like no one was really helping him. He had to just get up and dip. But it kind of continued after outside, and there's more footage here. Same dude, looks like he chased him out, stomped him in the head. I don't know why this guy is so mad at Brother Nature. I don't know what happened. It seems like he's just posting this shit laughing. This more looks like a clout move more than anything. It's like he was doing it for the clout. He's like, oh, this guy's a famous person. Let me go fucks with him. Oh, this guy has a bit of followers. I can come up off of fucking him up. But it's like you don't get a come up off of fucking up a nigga that doesn't want any type of problems, that's a positive person, that's out there with the animals and the community, and he's a vegan and all the what is there to I don't know. You're not getting any stripes off of that. No one's looking at you like you're any realer than you were yesterday by fucking with Brother Nature. If anything, there's niggas that are looking at you like, who is this fuck? Like, nigga snitching on himself. The cops are looking at you now because you're posting this shit. He posted this shit on his fucking various social media networks for the cops to see, blowing it up, and then other people are taking it and, posting it, and girls saying I'm calling the cops and all sorts of shit. Yeah, let me post these Twitter messages and shit. So it's like you can see, sorry for the audio listeners, but the video listeners get to see people jumping in, even Sean King jumping in, saying we will find these men who did this to you. Like, this nigga's fucking the guy from Taken, like Liam Neeson or something. So it's like, I don't know. And then Brother Nature popped up with his own people in another video. And they're like, yo, this is out of character. Brother Nature is trying to act like he has goons and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, at the end of the day, that's not really out of character, because Brother Nature didn't do anything in that video but post for a mere second. And you don't have to be from that life to know somebody that protects you from that life. So it's like at the end of the day, he could have his mans them to protect him at the end of the day. So that's not him really being out of character. He didn't really say he was going to do anything. He didn't make any threats. He didn't do anything aggressive. So that's the way I look at it. Shit. Do I have any more videos on Brother Nature? Nah. That's it for my Brother Nature breakdown. But what he should do is absolutely nothing. Just keep it pushing. Fuck them niggas. They ain't gonna get clout off of that. People are gonna forget that shit happened in like 2 days. If I was Brother Nature, I'd just be doing my thing. Just be out here doing like if he wants to, go the other way with it, I advise say nothing on the internet and, save all those goon videos. But other than that, just keep it pushing. You don't really need to. Well, people are telling him to call the cops and do all that shit. I don't subscribe to that method. If they're gonna do their investigation, they're gonna do their investigation off of the man snitching on himself. But I don't suggest that he gets involved in any type of litigation or get himself on a stand or do any of that 6ix9ine shit. Although it's not the same circumstances, obviously. But I just don't advise that route. Yeah, that's it for Brother Nature. Okay. And this shit right here. Hold on. Let me get real comfortable for this shit. This shit right here is the funniest shit to me. This is the funniest fucking article, news thing, report, segment, whatever I'm doing today. And it is Apryl Jones. So we all know that Lil Fizz fumbled the bag, cropped himself out of the bag, cropped the group out of the bag, basically to be with Apryl, fucked up the whole tour. Omarion went with the next niggas. Omarion's making bread. Omarion's shining. Omarion ain't bothered by anything. Apryl, Fizz. Well, Apryl trying to be vindictive, trying to be spiteful, trying to do her shit to get back at Omarion with Fizz. Fizz, being the person that he is, the snake friend, whatever, backstabbing nigga, trying to downplay him and Omarion's friendship, then ultimately tries to wife up Apryl. Well, new footage, new information has come out with Apryl apparently cheating on Fizz with FBG baby goat. Who is this, like Future's nigga or something? I don't fucking know. Whatever. There's pictures of. Let me post this picture right here. See her kissing him on the forehead or whatever. There's this next picture of them together. What do we got? We got a video. Where's the video at? Yeah, the video of her putting her face up in his head. So apparently, this guy, is fucking Fizz's ting, and Fizz just fucked up the bag for a girl that's cheating on him. He fucked up the bag for a thought. A girl that's just, out here scheming and fucking next niggas, when he's fucking up the bag. So I could picture J Boog and Raz B more pissed off, more mad, because J Boog already said he put 99.9% of the blame on Fizz for them not being on the tour. So he's already pissed off at Fizz. Now he's going to look at Fizz and be like, this suck ass nigga did this just to get cheated on by Apryl, because Apryl was already on her thought quests before this and was just trying to get mad, trying to get back at Omarion, because Omarion seems like the type of person that's unfazed by anything. And there's one thing that women hate the most, and it's like when you do something to them or they're trying to exact some sort of vindictiveness, revenge, hate, or anything. They're just trying to get some reaction out of you, and you don't give them that. You don't give them any type of reaction, and you're stoic, and you don't give a fuck, and you're just chill, and you're doing your own thing, and you're not giving them any attention, any energy, anything. That shit bothers them. You know what I mean? That bothers their core. So at the end of the day, I know that shit pissed off Apryl. It didn't affect Omarion being with Fizz, so she's back on her thought quest. I feel like she's just looking. I don't know if Apryl and Fizz relationship is as serious as Fizz is taking it, but it seems like April's on her own quest. April's doing her own thing. From the evidence that's popping up, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Fizz, yeah, man, Fizz fucked up that. That's big L's for Fizz. Bare L's. Okay, shit. We have some 6ix9ine news. Haven't had some 6ix9ine news for a while. So 6ix9ine gets a letter from prosecutor recommending little time to just the time served. So he's gonna have to serve a little more time or get out for time served by the time his trial date arrives or whatever the fuck that's set. So that's what the prosecutor's recommending. So he's pretty much we pretty much knew this. This isn't really news. We know by the time his trial is set, which is taking forever, he will be released. So who knows? I don't think that this is anything. I don't think this is much news. I don't think this gives anybody anything more or less than what we already knew about 6ix9ine's situation. So that's not really news. Let me skate past that shit. What else do we got here? The Raptors are reportedly interested in Tristan Thompson, and I'm like, for what? Why do that to ourselves? Why do we need Tristan Thompson for? To play some defense and have no offensive input on the team? Like, why? I don't get that. What are we doing with fucking 6'9" power forward that can't shoot outside of 15 feet? What are we doing with that? We don't need that. We have Serge Ibaka who can shoot threes. We have Marc Gasol who can shoot threes. Marc Gasol's aging, but at the end of the day, we don't need Tristan Thompson. I don't know where that report came from, or I think maybe Cavaliers are just leaking fake news because they're trying to move Kevin Love. They're trying to move Tristan Thompson. They're trying to rebuild. So who knows if the Cavs media is just frauding it back, because I don't know why we would be interested in Tristan Thompson. The only thing that Tristan Thompson has going for him in Toronto is he's from Brampton, small region or small city not small city, pretty large city now when you really think of it. City close to Toronto for my American listeners. Yeah, that's the only reason why he would want to be in Toronto, but there's no reason for Toronto to express interest in him. Fizdale got fired. Everyone said that Fizdale got thrown under the bus and Fizdale, was scapegoated and all this shit. But really and truly, Fizdale wasn't doing a great job. People were like, oh, but the Knicks are ass, and Julius Randle's dribbling the ball up court. Well, Fizdale's the coach. Who's facilitating that? Who is allowing Julius Randle to dribble the ball up the court? Who's allowing Kevin Knox to not be developed and come off the bench and play 16 minutes a game and shit? Like, who's allowing this shit? That was Fizdale. Fizdale was fucking up a lot of shit. People don't want to be real. At the end of the day, Fizdale was unable to identify who the strong talent was on the team, which there isn't much, and it's hard to do because it's the Knicks. The Knicks are trash. But at the end of the day, he was unable to identify the star quality talent. So he had to be moved. He put most of his stock in Julius Randle. It's like, and fucking, a rookie. Wow. How the fuck am I blanking on the man's name right now? That's embarrassing. Wow. I would expect it to just pop up in my head by now. Like, I'm trying to stall right now to see if I can remember RJ Barrett's name. There we fucking go. Holy shit, that took forever. Shit. Yeah, RJ Barrett. Put too much stock in RJ Barrett, a rookie, giving him too much touches. Well, not too much touches because you want to develop your young youth, but there's other talent on the team to develop, like Kevin Knox, that wasn't getting developed, and it's like, I don't know. I don't think the new coach is much better. The Knicks are just going to be the Knicks. The Knicks are trash. I don't know why I'm wasting minutes of my podcast speaking about the Knicks.
Fuck out of here.
Get these niggas the fuck up out of here. All right.
Fuck out of here.
Carmelo's contract got fully guaranteed before Dwight Howard's contract got fully guaranteed. And as a Laker fan, 21-3, cutting ass, Dwight Howard putting in work, I was one of the people that actually predicted this. One of the few people that predicted Dwight Howard will be good. In a video in the past, I did. I don't know why they're not guaranteeing him his money. I think they want to keep him hungry, and I think that's an agreement that they spoke on prior to the season. They gave Melo his money instead. Well, not instead. They're not the same team, Portland, LA. But at the same time, Melo got his money. Melo is a starting small forward for Portland, and he's actually putting in some decent work. He's in that year off really changed his his career trajectory. He looks like his legs are more rested and fresh. Melo looks better than even I anticipated. But it's good that he got his money guaranteed. I would just like to see Dwight Howard get his money guaranteed because I don't think his level of play will drop off if it's guaranteed. I think he's happy. I feel like he's comfortable. I feel like he, even without his money guaranteed, he's comfortable because he knows he's coming to work every day and putting up those stats and putting up an efficient shooting percentage and playing good defense and getting those blocks. So I'm good with Dwight Howard on the Lakers. I hope that they, guarantee his contract. If they don't, that's life. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shit. Before I get out of here, let me run down these last topics real quick. The Tesla Cybertruck. It's getting a lot of hate because of the way it was, first displayed with Elon Musk throwing the ball not through the window, but shattering the glass. But it was prototype glass. It wasn't even the real indestructible glass that they wanted to have. I don't know if it's indestructible, but it's like super strong glass that they're trying to actually put in the truck. And the truck is an affordable truck. It's basic truck prices. And I'm looking at this truck. I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be 100 bands or some shit. And this shit is like 49,000, 39,000 for the cheap version. I'm like, yo, this is the standard pickup truck prices, standard new pickup truck prices. And I'm like, shit, this Tesla pickup truck can actually work. And people aren't with the design of it, but I'm like, yo, where are we going from here? We're going to the future. We're not having these same old looking trucks for the next 20 years. Like, shit's gonna change up drastically. So it's like, it's good that he got on the switch first and he's innovating the new look for trucks and cars and everything. So I'm with it. I'm not against it. I'm not hating on the Tesla truck. I'm good with it. Would I buy it? Probably not, because I'm not buying a pickup truck. But nonetheless, it's a good truck. All right, last story before I get the fuck up out of here. A town in Illinois will fund reparations for black citizens or residents via tax on weed. So they're gonna tax the weed on every citizen buying weed, and they'll fund reparations for black folks. But when they say fund reparations, in what form are they getting reparations? Are they cutting a check? I don't know why that wasn't specific in the article. I don't know why that wasn't outlined anywhere in the article, because at the end of the day, you're taxing and you're making an excuse for tax and you're saying it's for reparations, but where are the reparations and in what form are the reparations being handed back to the black citizens in the area or residents of the area? So that one is kind of tricky. That one looks like it's a sleaze way to tax some citizens on some weed. It's like some cush tax with no fucking end result on who the fuck sees the money. Well, they say it's for reparations. Well, we're going to have to see some shit repaired then and, reparated. Fuck, I'm high. I don't know what type of term I'm trying to use, but you want to see these reparations paid out. So, we got I don't know. That article means nothing to me, or this news means nothing to me until I see how these reparations are being, distributed. Shit. If you're a fan of the show, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Breaker, wherever you download podcasts on your podcast app for the audio, as well as subscribing to the YouTube channels, Blunt Talk with LT, and the secondary channel, Stack Gwop. Stack Gwop has the full uploads for the episodes from, episode 1 all the way to where we're at now. And, Blunt Talk with LT has all the clips, and we're uploading all the episodes on the Blunt Talk with LT page as well. So you will catch all the episodes and all the clips on the Blunt Talk with LT page. But Stack Gwop has other shit. We have other shows coming on Stack Gwop coming soon. Other podcasts, other shows, other uploads, music videos, and all that shit. So make sure you subscribe to Stack Gwop as well. Yeah, we out here. Which episode is this? Episode 56. Blunt Talk with LT, episode 56. Here.